Oh yeah, it's all coming together now. As it sits, the engine's about 90% assembled. I still have some trim parts and the valve cover seal to complete, but it's almost done, and every other part that we have has been prepared and it's ready to go back into the car. Hopefully it's not long before I get the car running again. This Darth Vader cup for a while, and it's crazy. I've never been able to drink all the coffee that fills it up. Anyways, how's it going, guys? Today's Thursday, and I have no idea when this is gonna get uploaded for you guys, but been having a very slow post schedule. I'm gonna try to get at least one video out a week. Anyways, I'm gonna do a little recap on what we've been doing with the engine, and we're gonna finish it up because it's almost ready to go back in. So yeah, let's get to that. Just to recap a little, I'm going to remind you, we pulled out the transmission, the differential's already in. We tore apart the engine and also radiators, accessories, as well as removing our AC system because we're not going to be running that in this car anymore. As you can see, I'm just running a belt that connects the crank to the power steering pump, and that's all we're going to run for this engine. I'm going to come back shortly and do a recap on what we've actually done to the engine. You can see we really did take a good amount of time to clean this transmissions up, and it's looking better than it has, you know, since it came out the car. See, here are the accessories that were in the trunk, like the spare tire, a repair kit, and all the other intake parts that I'm debating whether or not I'm going to run that or if I'm going to be running a different setup. Another thing I'm actually debating is whether I'm going to be keeping the car carpeting in the trunk or in the interior. I might keep the interior one for a while just so the inside of the car looks nicer, but eventually I think I am just going to fully strip it. For now, I'm probably just going to keep getting rid of the sound deadening that it has inside. Also, sorry for the loud licking noises. It's my dog drinking water somewhere. See, there he is. Look at him drinking that water loud. What a sleepy boy. Good morning. Alright, now to recap on what we've done on the engine. So we took the heads off and did a head gasket change. We changed all the seals for the cams. Getting new belts. The reason that we tore this engine down was to just change this rear main seal, and I've yet to do it. So when we were rebuilding the engine, this bolt on the cam cap actually snapped inside. And the only way that this is being held is by the tension of that sideways bolt in there and the little crown that the cam cap has on. Also, once we put the valve cover seal, it should close it off a little bit. But we know this engine's probably not going to make it any longer than it is, and we're just going to decide to send it and whatever. If it blows up, it blows up. Either way, we're planning on getting another engine to just have around the house as a spare. So this is just a fun experimental engine now, I guess. All jokes aside, I'm actually going to get started on this rear main seal because I'm trying to get the engine back together, back in the car as soon as possible. For progress, I got the thermostat on, some of the hoses on now, and in the back, it took a little bit of a surgical procedure, but I got that rear main seal out now. And what I'm going to be trying to work on now is just getting the valve cover on, get the gasket on that, making sure everything's fine up here, tightening all the belts, going back and making sure that I tension everything right, everything works, go through every bolt, and then I'm going to start preparing to get this engine in. Or I'm also probably just going to work on the transmission for a little bit longer because the back's dirty, and yeah. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, now it's time for this bad boy to go on that bad boy to then go on that bad boy. Alright, so that went on really easily. Now we just have the PVC gasket along with the valve to replace, and then this valve cover can go back on the valves. A PCV valve, and I went to buy another one. Almost done with the engine, just putting in the last little things that need to be done. I'm gonna put some oil in, let the rear main sit with it for a while to see if it's gonna leak, even though I know it's not gonna cause any pressure, so just to make sure we don't have any leaks. After that, I'm just gonna install the flywheel, the clutch, and the engine's ready to go back in. I'm gonna do this without breaking it. I broke the first one terribly. Let me just see how it would go. Alright, cool. Whew.
Boy, this one's always just a doozy to bend, though, is it? Right as it goes, too. See, and I don't want to do that because that's how we broke it last time. So, okay. Alright, sick. So, glad I didn't break like the last one. So, whew. Now we have this in, and then we'll just have a little bit more things to tighten in the back. Once we get the car back in, because it's going to show some of the timing, or at least the timing count for it. And it was very loose when we pulled the engine out, so my timing was just jumping around the whole place. So it's going to take us a while to get the timing right, but yeah, we're making progress. Everything's in, went there and tied everything from the alternator to all the bolts here, all the tensioners, the water pump. We have everything in now. The valve cover is on now. Ignition's on. We spun the engines a few times and we did put some oil inside it, and we're gonna see if the rear main seal is leaking. We're probably gonna leave it here overnight and see if there's any leaks, and then after that the engine's just ready to go back into the car. Changing an oil. I can't talk, so I'm changing the fuel filter. Fun fact, they gave me the wrong one. I had to go to 3 different AutoZones to get it, but it should be an easy change. Holy crap, there's dirt everywhere. It's getting dirt flowing. Oh my god, it's getting dirt flowing into my eyes. One of the fuel lines was jumping. That's fun. Anyways, here's the fuel filter. I just gotta loosen this, loosen these, and then change it, and hope I don't get any fuel in my eyes. Away. Cool. So I'm gonna scooch back. Rag, huh? Definitely feeling like we should get a rag. We'll be fine. Ow. And I did cut myself. Filters out, the new one's here, and like always I managed to cut my finger. So yeah, we're gonna put this one in, and then alright, so I finished removing what was left of the AC. That's the styrofoam casing and the AC box that was under the dash. Only thing that I have left now, case that covers up the fuel filter that we just put on, and that'll be it for the day. Overall, it's been a pretty productive day. That's gonna be it for the day. Yeah, don't know when I'm gonna upload another Miata update, but probably soon, probably next week. So thanks for watching.